Welcome back to the new T4 project, and today's job I'm going to get the flooring up. And we've had a bit of a clean inside. Got to work out what these are, how to get them off. There's nuts underneath, obviously. Look like Allen key, possibly, or splines on the top. And I want the rails off so I can get the floor up. See what state the floor's in. I had a good go at trying to get one of those out, but it's absolutely seized solid. So I used the angle grinder on one to try to dig it out, which obviously just about worked, but it made a bit of a mess. So I had the cunning plan. I've cut into the ply and the flooring with the multi-tool. So all around that one, and those, and all the way around the rails. Actually, I haven't done that bit yet, so I've got to do that bit before I carry on. Just noticed that I missed a bit. And I'm going to pull the flooring up first, see where the screws holding the ply down are, and then see which ones will come out and grind off the others. And then we'll be able to have a good look at the floor. Well, that was harder work than I thought it would be, and that it needed to be. It's pulling my trainers apart. Yeah, it's harder than it needed to be because for some reason there's a load of coach bolts through the floor. So I'm going to have a look underneath what they're attached to. I can't imagine it's just for the ply. Got plenty of screws. So we'll go and have a look. They don't do anything. They're just for the wood. To make my life harder, apparently. Oh well, at least I can cut them off without worrying about it. That sticky stuff's going to get right on my nerves. But we'll see. We'll get all those bolts out and try to get to the floor. Taken a load of screws out. I've used the multi-tool to cut around here. I couldn't get at the bolts from underneath, and they'll just keep turning anyway. So I've cut around all those. I've cut around the weird coach bolts that don't seem to be doing anything apart from holding the floor in, which seems a bit overkill. There's a couple of screws that won't come out, so rather than drill them out, I've just cut around them while I was cutting. It seemed quicker. So now I'm going to try and prise the floor up, hopefully not destroy it too much. Might be able to reuse it in some form. Let's have a go. I've levered that bit up, seems to have done the trick. And we'll have a good look under there when I get the rest of it up. Interestingly, this bar is the one I used to open the bonnet. It's coming in really handy again today because I can get right underneath. Let's go further along. I can find a few screws I've missed, like that one. So it all seems to be coming along nicely. You can see a few rusty patches on the floor, but with any luck it'll be mainly surface rust, but we'll see. Managed to get the floor up completely. Obviously there's a few holes where I had to grind various bolts off, and I've had a good sweep, and that's what I've got so far, which I'm about to sweep out. And then I'm going to actually blast it with the pressure washer just to get as much as I can off there. It'll dry over the next few days. And then I'm going to get the flap wheel on the grinder, attack all the rusty looking bits and see where we stand. If some welding needs doing, it'll get welded. I'll get a coat of paint and then I can start doing the fun stuff. That's all washed out now with the pressure washer. Got a lot better, still a bit wet, a lot better view of what state the floor's in. I have to get these holes filled and get my sander on those bits. Probably the wire brush attachment on the grinder maybe. But, on the whole, it doesn't look too bad. A few bits where these bolts have been through that need a good treatment with the rust proofing. The step doesn't even look that bad either. Quite notorious steps on T4s. Looks in pretty good condition. Get a bit of paint in there and get it greased. Missed a couple of screws, so I'll have to cut them off. But not as bad as it could have been for an old T4.